What's up, YouTube? I've been away for quite a while. Been a bit of a busy life really for the past few weeks or so. So sorry I haven't brought you any videos. I've noticed I've got one subscriber. Yes, props to you, Mr. Skelenox. I've just called you out. You are my best buddy for the time being, and this is for you. So this one I've got right here. I've already given to Callus. He's going to narrate it as well, but I thought I'd narrate it from my perspective. I mean, I'll put some videos up sometime that Callus won't narrate, and that'll make my channel stand out. But for the time being, I'm just content with practicing obscurity. So here we go. This one is me versus Myra 9, and I'm testing out a new team. It's got a pretty unconventional Pokemon in it, and I'm planning to use it to its full effect. So here we go. The way it begins, he starts with Porygon 2. Not sure what I wanted to do against that, so I just protected, scouting for an Ice Beam. He does have Ice Beam, so I assume he has Thunderbolt as well, as most Porygon 2 do. He sends in Milotic, and I have Jirachi, so that's not fantastic for him unless he has Hypnosis, which he shows that he probably doesn't, because he, yeah, he wouldn't have, if he normally has Toxic. So he switches in Heracross, and I switch in Skarm because I don't want to mess around with any Mega Horns, and he brings in a Flygon, which probably implies the Flygon has Flamethrower or Fire Blast or a move to deal with Skarmory. So I get the hell out. He subs up on the switch, and I'm just gonna have to take this Earthquake and hit him back with an Ice Beam. So now he should be forced out because obviously he doesn't want to stay in for an Ice Beam, and he brings in the Milotic again. I knew he was going to bring in the Milotic, and I tried for a freeze, but it doesn't happen. So, yep, I just protect up to get some leftovers recovery and to scout the status move, and it is Toxic. So, that's valuable information right there. So, yep, I switch out, goes to Jirachi. I'm pretty sure that he can't touch me if he's got Toxic. Well, he can touch me because he gets a crit. So, that's not good. He switches back and goes to Flygon again, and I wish up, just in case really. Go back to Swampert so that I can take another Earthquake and back to full again thanks to the wish. And we're back in this situation again. He Earthquakes, I break the sub, and he has to get out. So yeah, we're in a bit of a stalemate at the moment. We're just scouting out each other's team. He brings in the Gyarados. Not sure how I feel about that because I know that the this Swampert special, and it's specifically designed to counter Gyarados as well. It's got Hidden Power Electric, but I don't want to make it so obvious, so I switch out and then switch back in when I realise he brings in the Porygon 2, and I'm looking at my team at the moment. I'm thinking there's not a whole lot I can do about this Porygon 2. I've got Magneton for a Bolt Beam resistance. You haven't seen that yet. I've got Tyranitar who can set up Sandstorm and that will stall him out. Hopefully I can beat him down with Rock Slides, but I get frozen, which isn't good at all. So Tyranitar's pretty useless. I'm having a bit of trouble here. This Porygon 2 is messing me around quite a lot. All I can do is protect and stall away. I'm assuming that it has Thunder Wave, like most Porygon 2. The standard set for Porygon 2 would be Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Thunder Wave, Recover. He's shown Ice Beam, he's shown Thunderbolt, he's shown Recover. He hasn't shown his last move, so I switch in Magneton, and I sub up just to see what his last move is, and he shows me Hidden Power. Now this is odd. I really don't know what Hidden Power it is. It could be Fire. It could also potentially be Ground. It's not very likely, but that is a possibility. So I switch out to Swampert, and yep, it's Hidden Power Fire. So I just sit there and protect, trying to get some extra leftovers. I bring in Jirachi, and he Ice Beams. And I know I'm in a pretty bad situation because I don't have anything that can really safely switch in on this Porygon 2 at all. So I just wish away, hits me with Hidden Power. Um, Jirachi's pretty boned at the moment, but what I'm actually trying to do here is get the Swampert back up to high health, and he lets me do it. He doesn't predict the switch to Swampert at all. Um, Swampert gets back to max, well, near max, and I bring in the Jirachi again, and he goes for Hidden Power again, so he predicted it that time. Jirachi's down. I have a pretty muted Tyranitar. I'm really just trying to unfreeze it, because this team doesn't have Heal Bell or Aromatherapy, which is unusual for me. This is the first. I generally run Heal Bell Celebi on pretty much every team I make. I'm reliant on it. But this time I'm not. So you switch out to Swampert, anticipating the Thunderbolt after trying to unfreeze, and it doesn't work out. So I'm just trying to stall out this Porygon 2 really. I don't really have an answer to it. I'm trying my best, but the Hidden Power Fire has really screwed me over. I wasn't anticipating it at all, so yeah, my team's not built to counter this. So he brings in the Milotic again. This is a lucky break. I mean, he could have stayed with the Porygon 2 forever, really, but he didn't, and he's gone to the Milotic. So switch out to Magneton, anticipating a Toxic, and here's the Toxic, and now I can threaten him with Thunderbolt. As long as he doesn't have a Dugtrio or something, I'm okay. And he switches into Porygon 2 again, trying to trace the Magnet Bolt, but I'm not sure what his game is here, because Magneton should be faster. So, yeah, it just goes down, and I can't quite believe my luck, really. He brings in the Flygon again. I really don't know why he didn't do that before, unless it was that scared of Hidden Power Ice. So yeah, I just bring in Swampert, knowing that I can wall this Flygon. Obviously I'm going to scare it out with Ice Beam, and he still has the Milotic, so in comes the Milotic. And I hit it with Hidden Power Electric, because this is testing, so I just want to see how much damage I can inflict on this Milotic, and it's not really a whole lot, so... But I think I might stick with Hidden Power Electric, because it seems pretty vital, because this team has trouble with Gyarados. So, yep, back to Magneton. Yep, that didn't work out too well. Skarmory comes in, and Heracross comes in. Yeah, he didn't want that. So I just set up my first layer of spikes, which is kind of important. I don't mind being surfed here. I really just want to get up my spikes. They're more important than Skarmory at the moment. All Skarmory's good for is walling that Heracross, so... Yep. And then I bring in my ace in the hole, Cacturne. Now what I wanted to do here, he's got Surf, he's got Toxic, but he hasn't shown any other moves, so what I was going to do was scout for Ice Beam. And here I can't believe my luck. I switched that to Magneton to try and absorb the Ice Beam if it's coming, and he switches in the Skarmory. So luck has it, I just got a free kill. So no Skarmory for him, no spikes for him at all. I'm quite happy to let Magneton go here, because I know that it's of no real use to me anymore, because I know that my Cacturne can actually outstall the Milotic. So Swampert comes in, Milotic comes in, and I just go straight to Cacturne. I'm not scared at all. And he switches in the Gyarados, so I remember saying I had problems with Gyarados before, but now I'm behind a sub, so this is one of the scenarios where it can go well for me. I Leech Seed him. I was really kind of anticipating a taunt, but he didn't use taunt, so I'm cool with that, and just sub up in case he tries to break my sub again, and he doesn't. He goes for taunt this time, but luckily taunt misses thanks to Sandveil kicking in because the sandstorm's up, and now all I need to do is just bash away at him with moves because the sandstorm and the Leechy are really taking away at him. So hidden power does damage, and then switching Skarm because hidden power flying is obvious, and yeah, Skarm can now wall his Gyarados all day. Leechy is really putting down the hurt. He's trying to taunt. I really would have just switched out there, because yeah, Gyarados is pretty useless now. 5%, it's not going to do anything. So yeah, he switches out, goes to Flygon, and I just go for attacking because I'm not really scared anymore. If he has Flamethrower, I thought he'd show it there, but he didn't. So I just keep attacking, and I'm really quite confused because he switched in Flygon earlier, indicating he has Flamethrower, and then he shows it now. So yeah, I just keep attacking. That Flygon's now down to low health, but my Sandstorm and my Spikes won't hurt the Flygon, so it can be a bit problematic. He goes for another Flamethrower. So yeah, I'm just going to scare it out with the potential Ice Beam here. Heracross switches in, takes Spikes damage, takes an Ice Beam, then takes Sandstorm damage, but then leftovers recover, so that's neutralised. But still, he took a heavy beating. Brick Break is going to do a little bit, but Ice Beam hits, and then Sandstorm's going to finish him off. So yeah, so now it's just down to the Milotic, the Flygon, and the wounded Gyarados. So here I predict a Toxic, and I'm really just trying to bother off this Tyranitar if I don't wake up and kill the Milotic already. But it goes for another Toxic, and I'm still trying to unfreeze, and it's not happening. Tyranitar's done nothing this game because it's been frozen. It's really quite annoying. So yep, he clocks on that I'm just not going anywhere, and he surfs away. So in comes Cacturne. Now I'm hoping that even though Milotic's faster, I have Sandstorm, and I have Sandveil on my side, so that would work out, but he just switches straight out, and I go for Focus Punch, and Gyarados takes the biscuit. So I haven't intimidated Cacturne, which I don't particularly want. Here I make a bad move. I knew he had Substitute, but I was predicting him just going straight for a Flamethrower, so I went to Skarmory to try and mess him around, and he just subbed up, and that's not good. Yeah, and then he crits from behind the sub, and now I'm in a real pickle. The only way I can win is Sandveil hacks. And here's one. Flamethrower misses once. Can I do it again? Because if so, that would be pretty fucking badass. And here he goes again, and he misses again. I can't believe my luck. And now the game's in my hands. That Flygon's down, and the only thing that's in my way now is the Milotic. If he knows he can't Toxic me because I have Focus Punch, and that would finish him. So he just goes straight for a rest, and I Leech Seed him, and I think that's the game. If he shows rest, and it's likely it has Sleep Talk, and he shows Sleep Talk, and it picks Surf and misses, which is about as bad as it can get. I sub up, and I think the game's pretty much in my hands here. I'm focusing, obviously. There's no reason not to. Sleep Talks, and he misses again. It's really Sandveil is really just trolling him right now. Yep, Focus Punch clocks him for about 30%, and then Leech Seed kicks in. Sandstorm's negating any leftovers. It's really just all this passive damage is doing its work, and I can just keep Focus Punching, and I can't lose, I don't think. So that's the game. He's pretty stuck here. He still can't land a hit on me. The game's up. Next turn he's dead. There's no doubt about it. And here he just leaves the game. So if you like this and you like my other battles, then obviously you'll want to subscribe and like and do all the things that YouTubers do. I've got more coming. more games coming. I just haven't had the time to narrate them, so they'll be with you shortly. Um, and I'll see you in a bit, YouTube.